हाय एवरीवन। मैं हूं अक्षय कुरेकर, ब्लॉकचेन डेवलपर। आपका मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल पे स्वागत है। तो आज का हमारा वीडियो काफी स्पेशल होने वाला है बिकॉज वी हैव none other than Kamlesh Nagwar here. He is a legend of blockchain who is doing in blockchain space from a very long. He is a founder, CTO, entrepreneur, and whatnot. So hi
Yeah,
Kamlesh,
hi
how are
Akshay.
you?
I'm good and thank you for lovely introduction.
Thanks. Actually, it's just it's like a dream to connect with you and have a personal talk. Like blockchain में कैसे चल रहा है? How India is doing in blockchain? And I have lot of questions for you. So let's start with
Yeah.
your journey. आपकी blockchain journey कैसी
So
रही अभी
I
तक की?
think uh, I think the मेरी blockchain journey start हुई. So I was part of the IBM team, and
हम्म,
the mostly people talking about kind of crypto token ICO, but I started in different word altogether. Maybe talking about enterprise blockchain, private permission from the day one. Even people not able to understand the private permission
हम्म,
on that time. So it was good journey, but
right.
journey and I in short period of time I kind of did couple of good projects in IBM, and then started some consulting and advisory during that time only. And CTO of one blockchain startup where we worked with government, worked with fantastic new projects in digital assets and
Nice.
kind of land records. So many such projects we did and build some product. And what I especially
Uh-huh.
like about my journey is about like meeting with the people and sharing my experience and sharing the kind of how we should see the technology. So you must be seeing I'm talking about many conferences and speaking there. So that is more about like bridging the gap between the education and what people know,
Hmm.
because mostly people know about Bitcoin and crypto is just blockchain, but and from the last 7 to 8 years I'm
Right.
doing the same thing to talk about people and trying to explain them crypto is just one use case, and
Hmm.
even there's more beyond that one. And similar topic, even I had a TED talk in 2 years before the same topic.
Right. 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 You had a speak at
Yeah.
TEDx, I think, regarding blockchain. So it's a thing. How was your
I
experience there?
think TEDx. So whatever the speaker I've been there in last 5 to 6 years, TEDx one is best one. Is a special treatment
Uh,
by the organizer, and you feel
yes,
celebrity
yes.
because when you speaking in the same stage where the Bollywood celebrity or
Mm,
the Indian celebrity like Chetan Bhagat was speaking, and it's good to interact with those people and
right.
be with them and sharing the
Mm,
stage. So it's a good experience altogether.
yeah, good. But anyway, you are not less than any celebrity in blockchain space. You are like celebrity only. You are, I think, what I feel you are representing India in terms of blockchain, so many other international organizations as well. I have seen your most of the
Yeah.
podcasts, your
Right.
speaking, your events, which is good, right? So, so what is your education journey like? What you
So I
educated?
think my education.
Where and from where you start, like the beginning. Like we want to, like literally, I want to, show that from small village or from
Correct,
I've
correct.
seen
Like
your one
you
postcard.
will
How
see
the person
that
can
or
grow and
even
what
I
is your
written
inspiration to get in blockchain?
even
Yeah.
my college actually covered the couple of my stories. So and even they printed in magazine.
Mhm.
So actually, I
Uh,
came from the very small village, 7 to 8 houses in one remote area
oh.
nearby. The Indore is a bigger city nearby, but it's 7 to 80 kilometers south
Mhm.
in Indore, and where I spent almost my life from zero to till I was doing engineering. Uh, so it's 7 to 8
Uh-huh.
houses, and mostly the my relatives people are staying there, and then I started in a Hindi medium school, and even that school is not like
Mhm.
any private school; it's a properly government school, and even the
Right.
till fifth class, there's one classroom and one teacher for all the. So there's a no KG1, KG2.
Oh, there is no specific
Separate
subject
subject
as
teacher,
well.
one teacher for all uh,
Uh,
till fifth class,
Subjects.
and and then that was background, and not there's an education thing, but
Mm.
still because when you come from poor family and family where the you look out for the government job when you try to get pass out 12th or just want to
mm,
do BA BCom and
mm,
get a government job in maybe MPPSC,
mm,
UPSC kind of thing. And where I thought I would do engineering and want to do something. Even I had an offer on that time to do a job when I was just
ah,
doing my 12th. But I
oh,
chose that one,
nice.
and it was a struggle even there also because coming from Hindi medium school to the one engineering institute, which is a premier institute in central India,
Mm,
and try to mix with the people who coming from the different background, and so it was a struggle
right.
on that time. But yeah, manage, and
Mm.
then you can see my this journey so far.
Yeah, yeah, it's the amazing journey. So, what fascinates you to move towards blockchain? Why just blockchain, not just AI or other
I mean,
technology?
not like
What's make you
about
so?
the technology. Also, maybe
Mm,
in 7 8 years I spend on blockchain and many other things. But I think it's
mm,
not about the blockchain technology. It's about the giving back to the community and giving, and not just blockchain, but I now I'm working on
okay.
fintech also, and mainly the startup ecosystem. So
Uh-huh.
even last week I was there in one of the triple IT institute. And I was interacting with the student
Mm,
there. So I was trying to give the message like, don't look out for the job and placement. If you have, if you want to do a something for the community or India or any world, then do some startup or try to create
mm,
a job instead of just
mm,
doing a job. So, and you can't say like only the blockchain is my fascination. I now talk
okay.
about more in a startup ecosystem and the enabling the good good startup in the coming future. And that's why the motive like FSV Capital we started with Prasanna Lohar and other two.
Now, yeah, yeah. I was coming to that point only. How you started that your own
Mhm.
organization and what's how your
Correct.
journey is going
So
on your
when I was
entrepreneurship.
doing a as a CTO job, and I thought like I'm only doing one
Mm,
particular product and just helping one company. And due to my
mm,
network and my
mm,
uh, skills, if I able to help the maybe other 100 startups in let's say in coming 5 to 10 years, there is a more
mm,
contribution just doing a job to one startup. So that's why even I had an offer to
right.
create my own product company and get funded from the day one. But instead of that thing, I choose like why not
Mm,
build the 10 product or try to have the 10 100 products. So maybe it will, let's say if one company only create 50 employment, it's around 500 employment for the
mm,
10 companies. 5,000 is 100
right,
companies.
right,
So
right.
that is more impact than doing just one job.
So it's like yeah, it's more impact and it will generate more employment. And most important, it will, educate the complete ecosystem in terms of blockchain or in terms of any tech sectors what
Yeah,
you want
right,
to
right.
involve. It's a good actually. It's a great idea. Right. So, like you have worked so different kind of projects
Hmm.
across your journey in terms of blockchain. What was your favorite project or what was your most, uh, most interesting project you have worked on? Let's talk on that
So,
project.
uh, so there are, I think, three different stages. When I started early in
Hmm.
2016 in IBM, right? On that time,
Hmm.
it was just if you're doing something in blockchain with a POC, your idea even that is a that is the best thing because everyone is exploring. So
Uh,
on that time, I did couple of good projects. Like when, so I will divide my this three different projects and three different stages. So in initial, I was doing the this treasury management on blockchain with one of the global
okay.
bank during my IBM journey. That was
Hmm.
there was because people who talking about the crypto ICO are trying to build something to solve the actually business problems, and that was very early when
Hmm.
no one even thought about it. And then come to the middle part where now some maturity is there about people have understanding about the crypto
Uh-huh.
and understanding about the uh, interval
Enterprise
blockchain, and
blockchain as well.
now they are just go beyond the POC. So during the stage, actually,
Hmm.
uh, I worked with some customer that in a sustainable supply chain space. So where we work with one customer
Hmm.
in Europe where we are using blockchain. Firstly, recording
Hmm.
the data of the household people who are using the renewable energy. and parallelly also recording the information
Uh-huh.
about their income and other their societal details. And then using carbon credit and
Okay.
using all this data point to create some sustainability around it. Let's say if you have data about the
Mm-hmm.
person's renewable energy use, so you can use for carbon credit
Mm-hmm.
tokenization. And if you have a person's
Right.
information about the its ecosystem or his economy or his income or societal thing, like say how many family
Mm.
member and how they operate, where they live. So you can
Uh-huh.
use this data and to create some kind of sustainability around it. Let's maybe you can connect some social NGO and we provide the uh,
Mm-hmm.
some kind of benefit to them. And and also
Right.
you can have a proper data about the rural India. So this project we implemented in the rural India somewhere in
Mm-hmm.
Rajasthan. So yeah, so
Oh,
this
nice.
is that generation. But now if we talk about the now we have mature condition. Now we have seen many projects. Let's say Tries one
Mm-hmm.
implementation, Digiyatra, and there are many more others in global.
Teacher.
Like R3 is
Mm.
there. I think XRP, Ripple. So I mostly currently my interesting project like where I'm involved in a CBDC perspective. So CBDC program and
Yeah.
money. So like in my current startup, uh, which is our portfolio company Zolt. So where we are using
Mm.
CBDC and tokenization for uh, deep tier financing and thing. You might have seen my posts where
Okay.
how we using blockchain and deep tier kind of tokenization for the deep tier financing. So now this use case has
Right.
gone
Right.
beyond where people not even given a thought about the tokenization, which was
Mm-hmm.
the only people thought is a crypto and NFT. But now it is more beyond I
Right.
think.
Right. Tokenization and all those stuff. So, many people I have seen that people don't know about CBDC. They just know the term, but they don't know what is the technology behind it and what is the use of it. So can you please highlight this point?
Mm,
Like what is CBDC and what is its
correct.
important?
So CBDC is a central bank digital currency which is issued by the any of the central bank. So like in India, we have central bank of
Right.
like RBI, Reserve Bank of India is a central bank. So it is like a digital money
Right.
which is issued by the kind of central bank. Is similar to the cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrency issued by one network and there is no sovereignty. But here it is a sovereign
Right.
currency kind of thing, which is backed by the any central bank. Now, mostly people
Okay.
at maybe different geographies have different need and different purpose. So, but they talk about maybe financial
Hmm.
inclusion is one thing, maybe digital structure, digital economy, other thing. But if you compare with India, we already have mature UPI in digital payment infrastructure. So in India, I see CBDC
Right.
uh, as an enabler for programmability where you could program the money. So let's for example, even RBI governor said like suppose if the bank giving loan to farmer for purchasing a farm equipment, so it could be programmed. Okay,
Hmm.
that money only can be used for that purpose. So purpose bound money. So this is kind of use
Oh, okay.
cases is good and will be built on a CBDC.
Hmm.
Another is a cross-border payment. So where like because currently all these
Hmm.
cross-border remittances work on a SWIFT kind of platform where because
Hmm.
when you interacting with the banks which are not know each other, we need some third-party transaction
Hmm.
and SWIFT provides that message communication between the banks. And this is costly and there is
Right.
also time-consuming delay process. But if every central bank
Hmm.
having a tokens in a form of CBDC, then it could automatic
Hmm.
swap can be easily done instead of using any other
Okay.
messaging communication protocol like Swift.
थर्ड पार्टी और हाँ या तो इन द सेंस इफ आई अंडरस्टैंड तो यहाँ पे मतलब जो हमारे बैंक है लेट्स से
हाँ
क्रॉस बॉर्डर में तो उनका खुद का नेटिव टोकन रहेगा तो सीबीडीसी हम जो बोल रहे हैं वो कंसेप्ट सिर्फ इंडिया को एप्लीकेबल नहीं होता है वो हर एक
हाँ
सेंट्रल
करेक्ट। तो
बैंक को अप्लाई
इसीलिए
होता है
अभी
राइट
देर आर 134 कंट्रीज मतलब 100 मतलब 134 कंट्रीज ऑलरेडी
हाँ वन थर्टी फोर
एक्सप्लोरिंग
कंट्री
बिल्डिंग ऑन सीबीडीसी।
हाँ
एंड उसमें से कुछ लाइव भी है, कुछ
नाइस
रिसर्च फेज में है, कुछ प्रोडक्शन
हाँ
स्टेज में
हाँ
है, कुछ पायलट स्टेज में है। एंड द
राइट
बैंक ऑफ इंटरनेशनल सेटलमेंट विच इज द सेंट्रल बैंक फॉर द सेंट्रल बैंक्स, सो दे हैव सो मच फोकस अराउंड द
हाँ
CBDC and they're building infrastructure. You maybe seen many Mbridge projects, and many such projects. They are
एक ट्रायल भी चला था अपने इंडिया में, ऐप भी उन्होंने लॉन्च
कौन
किया
सा?
था, आई थिंक कुछ तो भी लाइक यू हैव नहीं, आपने बताया था ना पिछली बार कि कुछ जब उन्होंने सीबीडीसी का फर्स्ट ट्रायल किया तो उसमें कुछ टोकन्स थे, यू कैन शेयर और यू कैन ट्रांसफर समथिंग in one Hyperledger Connect,
Okay,
if you
okay.
remember.
That
I think it's
has
around 1 year
interoperability.
back or
Uh,
something like that. Limited
okay,
access
okay.
or something
I
like that.
think
Yeah. What
Mbridge is
was
one
that?
project. It was there.
हाँ, Embred. So India is doing little more things. यहाँ पे CBDC एक mainstream आया है, right? Hyperledger से related. और DG आता है. So along with this, do we have any other projects or
No, I
these
think
are
there
the
are
one
many.
mainstreams for
So
now?
if you
Okay.
go to the Try platform, no, Telecom Authority of India, which is live
Hmm.
from many years, right? They are using Hyperledger and
Hmm.
for kind of stopping a spam calls generally, no, which we receive generally.
Hmm.
So because generally like we do the DND, right? Do not disturb kind of thing. But still
Right,
that is
right.
not effective.
Uh-huh.
So try actually created a
Hmm.
blockchain platform along with this telecom operator and define this what is allowed, what is not allowed in a blockchain based storing the messaging. And if particular message is not uh,
Okay.
follow the particular rules, it won't be allowed to come to the
Hmm.
telecom operator network. So this news says
Okay.
this CDEC and Ministry of IT and NIC is actually
Hmm.
working on this national blockchain strategy infrastructure. There is in Fabric and Cartoon currently,
Hmm. Nice.
and even CBSC issue certificates on blockchain. Couple of state governments issue certificate on blockchain. So there are many things is happening, and even in currently in my role as an advisor to GS1 India, we are also doing a couple of use
Hmm.
cases in a traceability space in
Hmm.
few of the ministries.
ट्रेसेबिलिटी
Hmm.
प्लेस राइट राइट सो मीन्स अभी फ्यूचर अगर देखा जाए तो इट्स जस्ट द स्टार्ट ऑफ ब्लॉकचेन राइट यहाँ पे अभी बहुत ज्यादा यूज केस बन रहे हैं आई थिंक वी कैन अज्यूम लाइक कि मोटा मोटा अभी ज्यादातर चीजें पीओसी स्टेज में राइट या फिर रिसर्च फेज में ही है कि प्रोजेक्ट्स किस तरह से आएंगे एंड व्हाट आर द अदर थिंग्स बट
Hmm.
इट्स हैज अ फ्यूज सो व्हाट इज द पोटेंशियल आई थिंक इंडिया हाउ इंडिया इज लीडिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ ब्लॉकचेन और other which other countries are also
So I
involved
think
in
obviously
blockchain.
like India is leading, but if we see the other geographies like British Columbia is there and the
Hmm.
European Union, so they have called EBSI infrastructure
Hmm.
and many other different initiatives in
Right.
trade fund. And even recently they passed some EIDS 2.0, which is about the blockchain based verifiable
Hmm.
credential uh, acceptance across the
Okay.
European and those things. And Dubai, which is mostly people talk about the digital asset and cryptocurrency because market, but
Yeah, yeah.
Singapore is another like where uh,
Hmm.
Singapore Monetary Authority actually is leading the digital asset ecosystem, and so there are many things. But I think
Right.
blockchain's more use cases will be happening in government use cases going forward because government want to use
Hmm. Hmm.
technology for
Hmm.
building digital e-governance kind of systems. So even I think many
Digital
people
governance.
nowadays, there are many state government are doing
Hmm.
something. So let's say Tamil Nadu state government already implemented
Nice.
blockchain for all the
Hmm.
digital governance perspective. West Bengal is doing recently. Odisha also announced they are doing it. So this is one segment. Another
So,
I see the most use cases, financial services sector where this tokenization could play very
hmm.
important role in terms of if bringing
Hmm.
efficiency and the liquidity in the financial market.
Hmm. So like question is how this tokenization will going to help the end user जो टोकनाइजेशन वाला
हाँ,
यूज केस है
हाँ,
उसको थोड़ा
तो
एलाबोरेट कर सकते
अभी हम इसकी देखो यदि हम बात करेंगे टोकनाइजेशन कैसे होता है ना, तो तुम सी
हैं
असेट को एक डिजिटली फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर रहे हो। जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई हैव वन लग्जरी वॉच, सो currently I
हम्म
own it, but for example, but if you create this digital watch and maybe 1,000 tokens in a digital verification
हम्म
available. So tokenization provides the verifiability, liquidity, and
हम्म
ownership. So you can prove ownership digitally.
हम्म
You can transfer ownership digitally, and it provides the liquidity. For example,
राइट
if particular thing, if any business, any person can't own as a full, he can own in fractions. So let's say real estate example, So those are things.
right.
And another, with business perspective, tokenization bring the settlement, auto settlement kind of thing, because when you uh,
Hmm.
when you have a token, right, you can simply transfer token or swap the token, and because in a token
Hmm.
format, you can simply exchange and share the
Right.
your asset like that way, and settlement in a state in a real time compared to in a normal system.
Okay. So how it will be, is it attached with the governance? तो मतलब अगर टोकनाइजेशन कंसेप्ट अगर गवर्नमेंट यूज केस में होता है तो उसका कोई एग्जांपल
The
है पास में,
government,
लाइक रियल टाइम जो अभी इम्प्लीमेंट हो रहा हो या
maybe not, but I think so. But mostly because
हाँ
financial services or any real world asset, let's say real estate tokenization, for example.
फाइनेंशियल
But tokenization as a technology, the
हाँ हाँ
technique could be used anywhere where you want to represent. Even currently, we are discussing the tokenization of the PII data, because PII data generally
राइट
customers don't
पर्सनल
want to share.
इंफॉर्मेशन डेटा
But if you tokenize and just able to prove
हम्म
you are owner of this data without disclosing
ओनर
data,
ऑफ दिस
then
डेटा हाँ हाँ
yes.
Hmm. So without revealing the some part of the actual data, you have to just prove that this is my data. And willingly they can provide to any research center or those who want to sell, they want to buy those type of data. I think this type of use case mostly there in healthcare
Yeah,
domain,
healthcare domain.
right?
I think
They are
same thing
collecting
anywhere
fitness
where if
data.
you is a financial data or health data or even your personal data.
Hmm.
Let's say, for example, Digiyatra is another
Right.
example. There, this is the same solution. They are
Ah,
enabling
right,
you
right.
to not to share your data to the airport and airport authorities, and they keeping data long time. Now
Hmm.
you are just proving your identity, and you actually one of the traveler. That's it, without disclosing it.
So it's so verifiable claim,
Correct.
like think zero knowledge proof wala
It
concept
should
they
be
are using.
there
Using
also.
Hyperledger India and right. I think sovereignty, data sovereignty
Hmm.
concept they have. Right, right. So one more question I have. तो जो हमारे अभी यूजर्स है उनको ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में कितना पता होना चाहिए, लेट्स से हमारे अभी डीजी यात्रा, लेट्स से टेक एग्जांपल, तो एज अ एंड यूजर मुझे क्या पता होना चाहिए ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी, इज इट मच नीडेड और उनको फर्क नहीं पड़ता, जस्ट यू हैव टू यूज योर
कोई फर्क नहीं
एप्लीकेशन?
पड़ता है, क्योंकि यूजर एक्सपीरियंस
हम्म
मैटर्स करता है। कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि वो ब्लॉकचेन नॉन ब्लॉकचेन है, इफ दे आर गेटिंग बेनिफिट। बट आई थिंक दे शुड नो एटलीस्ट
हम्म
to get the confidence. Let's, for example, in current time, there are lots of concern raised on the DJ Yatra thing also, right? In terms of the privacy thing.
हम्म
But they, if they were knowing, if the
राइट
customer is knowing the how the DJ Yatra work and how blockchain technology enabling that trust, then they don't have any
हम्म
kind of doubt about it. So let's say Digiyatra use the zero knowledge
हम्म
proof, and it's not storing
हाँ
the customer data on their platform, because as per the zero knowledge proof on
हम्म
the Hyperledger India, it's not data in a
यू
ledger.
डोंट हैव टू श्योर, राइट
But
राइट
if
राइट
that with understanding, if you're not able to convey to the
हम्म
passengers or any user of the data, then like any
हाँ
user of the platform, then
राइट
it's hard to. So I think at least basic,
हम्म
no need to about how the technology work, but at least should know the
हम्म
benefits or implication of the blockchain technology. If the blockchain uses, there is a by default bringing trust. They should have a that much some confidence.
राइट। तो मतलब एंड यूजर को एटलीस्ट ये पता होना चाहिए कि जो आप प्रोडक्ट यूज कर रहे हैं वो किस लिए है और वो काम कैसे करता है इन
हाँ,
टर्म्स ऑफ
correct.
ब्लॉकचेन भी थोड़ा बहुत, उनको टू बिल्ड द कॉन्फिडेंस ताकि वो अच्छे से उसको यूज कर पाए। नहीं तो वो लेट्स से लाइक मोस्टली ऐसा होता है ना कि हम कोई एप्लीकेशन यूज करते हैं तो हमें उसके प्रोज और कॉन्स पता ही नहीं होते, तो उसको कैसे पता चलेगा
हम्म।
लाइक इट्स
तो
बिहेविंग इन अ नॉर्मल वे और एबनॉर्मली
मिस
बिहेव कर रहा
इन्फॉर्मेशन जो चलता
है। हाँ
रहता है कि कहीं इसके बारे में ये
राइट
बात
राइट
कर रहा, कहीं वो बात कर रहा है। तो बट इफ दे आर अवेयर,
राइट।
they can be kind of, but देखो
हम्म
fraud या सब, you can't educate the whole world at the same time, so it will be there always, like how the
राइट
currently
राइट
even the
राइट
banking system, right,
वो
people always hesitate or fraud is still happening.
राइट राइट। बैंकिंग में ही जो मेजर फ्रॉड होता है क्योंकि वहां पे अपना डायरेक्टली मनी मनी बाउंडेड होता है, सो इट्स लाइक वेरी रिस्की फ्रॉड। राइट राइट। तो अ, यहाँ पे क्रिप्टो का क्या मार्केट है, मतलब अभी व्हाट्स द ट्रेंड, क्योंकि हमने देखा अभी बिटकॉइन भी जो था बाकी के सारे करेंसी बहुत ज्यादा अप डाउन हुए और इवन इन इंडिया उसमें काफी ज्यादा हाई टैक्सेशन है क्रिप्टो मार्केट में, तो व्हाट यू फील व्हाट इज द स्कोप
So I
ऑफ दिस
think
क्रिप्टो?
मेरा crypto का, I from the day when I'm talking about crypto, can be there, could be there, but it's an asset. You can't see the currency. and you can't use for investment.
Right.
It could be, let's say, how the gold and there's one asset, right?
Mm,
And but there's no usability of the gold,
mm,
right? It's similar like with jewelry, right? But there's no any kind of thing, right?
mm,
Similarly, maybe cryptocurrency could be only the one of the asset, the investment asset, but you should not
mm.
do the meme coin or should not be kind of multi-level marketing kind of thing. That is the issue. And this taxation
Acha.
actually try to bring the crypto asset as a in a taxation, so it will become so regulated kind of
Regulate
thing.
the
So because
currency.
let's say if
Yeah.
there is no regulation out there, right, then it clears the completely parallel world
Mm,
altogether, right? Let's say if I
right.
and you start accepting in crypto and paying in startup, right? Then there is no
Mm,
money
mm,
transfer happening on the real economy. Or if I can
mm,
generate 10 million coin, or I can buy a car and like this. So it's
mm,
not like that. So it should be asset only, and there should be some utility behind it. Let's say Ethereum is utility, right? Ethereum is one utility. You can use the Ethereum network on
right.
Ethereum token. But like mini coin, there is no
Right. Right.
utility in the background. Even there is no project altogether, and project not make sense. So there is more
Mm,
concern. So if you want to uh, see as a crypto, see as a one of the utility, or whether as a just one asset like Bitcoin, not more than that.
mm.
You because mostly people who
Okay.
are talking about the Web3 blockchain, they relate like everything should be on public chain, and all will be someday will
Mm.
be there on a public chain. But that is not possible. How the government, how the banking will be write the data on public ledger like Polygon or Ethereum.
Like ये सच में काम करता है उसका यूटिलिटी क्या है? What is the purpose of blockchain
Correct,
or
correct.
that particular
No, I
blockchain?
think if you see, let's say, all thing is regulated now. The fraud, let's say how the stock market, right,
Mm.
regulated. Even it's a similar thing, right? I
Right.
don't know about any company X, how much it will grow, how
Mm.
will you return. No, it could be fail
Mm,
also.
mm,
Similarly,
mm,
that thing, but that is regulated. No
mm,
one any registering company
mm,
anywhere and try to sell. Let's say if I create my company token or company share and asking anyone
mm,
to be on
mm.
any price. So वो रेगुलेशन
No, that's
क्रिप्टो में
not.
आज जरूरी है
हाँ.
जैसे कि जो स्टॉक मार्केट में है ना सिमिलर वे एंड इसलिए ये जो
Right. Right.
टैक्सेशन और अदर स्टफ इज देयर
I think what is your challenges throughout your journey? Like कुछ challenges के बारे में बात करते हैं जो आपने critical phases में किया हो कि ये project में ऐसा हुआ था. Take some technical challenges or your
So,
observations throughout your
correct.
journey.
So, I think technical challenges, so you can solve technically, right? But main
Mm,
actually issue with the ROI of the technology, how you are implementing blockchain in your use
mm,
case, and whether it's required or not. Maybe you just see like blockchain is
mm,
a buzzword and implement, but without there is no ROI, so it will fail, or it is not
mhm.
sustainable. Like how the we
Right.
see the we dot trade or trade lens is failed. And another is governance.
Mhm,
If you're not able to make every stakeholder some kind of benefit altogether, then nobody is going to share and join anyone's network. So this is a more challenge to technology.
right.
You can solve, and you have a the communities and people in IBM kind of company, many companies who can solve it. Main need to create the
Mhm,
governance and the usability and ROI of the technology first. And these are the
mm,
mostly challenge, because when we go to the sell to the businesses, like okay, you can apply blockchain here, but they are not
mm,
they are not able to get the confidence due to the same like
mm.
governance or the data sharing. So maybe those are the not right customer if we are if they are the value.
Right. हम्म. एंड एक और चीज मैंने ऑब्जर्व की कि हर एक बिजनेस ब्लॉकचेन के लिए नहीं बना या हर एक यूज केस ब्लॉकचेन के लिए नहीं बना होता है. देयर इज वेरी फ्यू एंड स्पेसिफिक यूज केस जहाँ पे मल्टीपल पार्टीज या मल्टीपल एंटिटीज आर कमिंग टुगेदर एंड दे वांट टू शेयर सम डेटा और दे वांट टू मेक सम बिजनेस, दे वांट टू डू सम ट्रांसपेरेंसी और ट्रेसेबिलिटी. तब
Correct.
जाके ब्लॉकचेन काम में आता है. बट नाउ nowadays like so many people, it's like in a boom state, or we can say to uh, to capture the market or to be in market, they're using blockchain technology for any sort of project. I think that is little
Correct.
that bad practice is
एक
also
वो
happening.
वाला है, और दूसरा
Right, right.
एक वो भी like
Hmm.
ना ड्यू टू दिस token and ICO cryptocurrency, I think people are misleading the
हाँ.
the business leaders. So even if
Right.
they're talking about supply chain and now building the token, creating their own token, there's no relationship
Hmm.
token and the supply chain use cases.
Supply
So
chain.
I think those were
True.
challenges. Technology challenge, I don't see the technology
Hmm.
challenge because in last 7 to 8 years it's already evolved and given lots of
Hmm.
feature and new
Right.
lots of customization. So you can scale.
Right. 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 So technical challenges नहीं है, but the use case point of view, लोगों के understanding and I think the business understanding and the ROI, what you mentioned. So ये वाले कुछ important key challenges है यहाँ पे हमारे, right? And like you are the part of Hyperledger India chapter as well. तो आपका वहाँ पे क्या role है and what is the future plans of Hyperledger India communities?
So
What's going on?
Hyperledger like is an enterprise blockchain umbrella projects or community or do many things which from the Linux Foundation. Linux Foundation is a big
Hmm.
or umbrella open source projects. Even your Node.js, your Kubernetes also come under the Linux Foundation. So when the Hyperledger
Yes.
is started the focusing around the enterprise use cases, and in Hyperledger India,
Hmm.
we try to message to the use case and founders and the businesses to how they can use Hyperledger technology, and if they're facing any in terms of issues, solve to try to solve those issues, or if they need any platforms, we are
Hmm.
bridging that gap between the because uh, for any other community is very easy. They are paid and running communities by the different protocols, but in Hyperledger, because it's completely non-profit,
Hmm.
so nobody is coming
Hmm.
forward and try to be as a educator about this
अच्छा.
thing. But in
हाँ.
Hyperledger India, we have open space for anyone who is building, who want to build on Hyperledger, want to learn, want to join. So we are trying to
Hmm.
share all this information via our platform and be a thought leader in terms of enterprise blockchain in India.
Nice, nice. So great. Actually, I got a lot of help from the Hyperledger initiative only because whatever the stuff I learned, you have observed in past. I have connected most of the meeting and tried to question, and all folks from Hyperledger community helped me a lot. So that's why now I'm working in private blockchain only on
Yeah,
SSI based products. So it's good. Thanks for the Hyperledger India chapter.
yeah.
It's helped me a lot. What's your advice? What's your advice for audience? And very first, before audience, what is your advice for me? Like this is I started just small initiative to educate the people related to blockchain in terms of
Yeah,
private
I
blockchain and
think
all
this
those.
is good initiative. So because until you don't talk about it and share the share the information,
Hmm.
how the people will know how
Hmm.
the blockchain is, and maybe
Right.
try to demystifying the blockchain. That is more important word. Like
Hmm.
instead of just building some use case, if you try also to communicate what is right, what is wrong, and what is actual blockchain and use cases, then it's a
Hmm.
good thing. And I think, and I mean, audience to the message to the audience like there's huge opportunity in India in terms of blockchain, Web3,
Hmm.
fintech, and whatever you do, there are lots of opportunities. So
Hmm.
try to be a risk taker. Don't be in comfort zone. Working in
Hmm.
many of the company and you're happy is okay. But if you want to, because when I was in my previous companies like HSBC and Emphasis, I always keep talking
Hmm.
to my friends and partner. Okay, we want to do something, we need to learn something, but nobody want to take a risk. So, everybody
Acha.
want to do something, but they're not taking risk. So I think take a
Hmm.
risk, and it can maybe change your fortune.
Yeah, actually, taking risk is always great. Same. Actually, I was a very happy job. I was
Hmm.
working in Infosys, but I got a craze. No, I want to shift this technology. I can't be a normal guy. I want to do something great. So simply I switched, and starting was so fluctuate, was so horrible for me when I entered into blockchain phase. But now it's settled down. Now I'm
Yeah,
doing what I want to do. So it's now getting a proper approach. Technically, also now I'm sound. I figured out the tech. It's good. It's going in a
yeah,
very
correct. I
good
mean,
direction. So thanks.
taking a
But
risk is a
hmm,
very good thing. Uh, so I think if you
yeah,
now see many different kind of messages by thought leaders or leaders like yeah, where मतलब किसी चीज़ को नहीं करने से अच्छा है उस चीज़ को करके फेल हो जाओ, है ना? वो ज़्यादा बेटर है। अगर
बढ़िया।
तुम
हाँ,
सोचता है कि तुम
हाँ,
ये
सही
करेंगे,
सच
ये
में।
करेंगे, ये करेंगे, ये करेंगे, बट तुम करते नहीं हो, तुम्हारी लाइफ कंफर्टेबल चलती रहती है और एट द एंड आफ्टर 20-30 ईयर तुम बोलते हो यार मुझे वो करना था, मैं कर नहीं पाया। रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ थी या वो सब चीज़
कर
थी,
नहीं
तो वो
पाया।
तो हमेशा
राइट,
रहेगी, है ना? तो बाद में रिग्रेट करने से अच्छा है एक
राइट,
बार
राइट।
ट्राई कर लो और फिर नहीं होता तो आ जाओ वापस, चलेगा।
फेल हो जाओ।
डोंट बी इन
राइट।
रिग्रेट, ये मेरा एक्चुअली पर्सनल मैसेज है।
हुँ, नहीं मतलब सही भी है ताकि ताकि आपके जर्नी से वो दिखता भी है कि आपने काफ़ी ज़्यादा
हाँ,
रिस्क
करेक्ट।
ली,
तो
आपने
तो
ट्राई
तो मैं
किया
जब
एटलीस्ट
आईबीएम राइट, आईबीएम वाज़
ट्राई
a
तो किया ना
profitable
कि
जॉब राइट इन
करके
आईबीएम।
देखते हैं। हाँ,
In IBM, I am coming
राइट।
out
हुँ,
and
हुँ, हुँ।
I'm joining a startup.
हाँ,
And we know the startup,
हुँ।
right? In India, globally, I think out of 100, only two
येस,
are success, right?
close to
And
all of that.
you taking risk for the 1%. But now that risk
राइट।
take me here. This is the
Right, right. It completely changed the
correct.
situation. Now you become a it's like a brand ambassador of blockchain in India. So yeah, like it's a
And
good
so
thing.
taking risk and दूसरी चीज
Thank.
जो I think
Hmm.
basic चीज है consistency and commitment.
हाँ,
कुछ लोग
true.
risk लिया right,
ये तो मैं
but
एग्री
they are
करता
not
हूँ। हाँ।
commitment, not committed and not consistent. जैसे कि देखा हो ना, जैसे कि जिम वाला
हुँ।
एग्जांपल होता है कि एवरी न्यू ईयर में लगाते हैं फिर गायब हो जाते हैं।
हाँ, हाँ।
सो करना है
राइट,
तो यू
राइट,
नीड टू
राइट,
बी
राइट, राइट।
कंसिस्टेंट कमिटमेंट टू कि जैसे रिस्क लिया है, ये व्हाट यू डिसाइडेड, जस्ट
हुँ,
स्टार्ट एंड बी कंसिस्टेंट वेदर मे बी इट विल टेक maybe couple of months, couple of year to that reflected in your journey. And I seen many people. I can example like Pawan Adav is
हुँ।
one of my colleague in IBM. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I'm connected with
my
that person.
senior in
Yes.
IBM, Amit Chandra, and very like he was very
हाँ, हाँ।
comfortable. 15 years. I've experienced in normal technology and now changing, you're taking risk and in coming in blockchain. It's so much risk.
हुँ। Right. But I think this makes you happy from inside, actually. What you want to do, you are doing that. So actually, I'm sharing my experience. I hope you are also feeling the same thing. Doesn't matter how much hard you have to work. Because abhi like I have my full-time job, but along with that, in Saturday, Sunday, somehow I managed to, prepare a content and
Correct.
deliver it. So it's feel literally
Correct.
good, right? It's from feeling from inside. Yeah, I'm
Correct.
doing something, helping community in open source.
भाई
So yeah.
एकदम बहुत कुछ है यार I
Yeah. So thank you, Kamlesh, for your valuable time and the words. Because आपका thought जो है ये आगे जाके काफी नए बिगनर्स को इंस्पायर करेगा and we will see the
तो
good
करेगा, मैं
and
ट्राई भी करता हूँ यार,
better.
मैं जैसे कि
हम्म,
whenever I go to any university or any especially the young generation
हाँ हाँ हाँ
education में, so I will try to
हम्म,
give the same message
हाँ
कि वे पे एक consistent रहो, commitment
हम्म,
रहो, और कुछ नहीं करने से अच्छा एक बार रिस्क लेके देख लो। It could be change something, maybe
बढ़िया
let's say if I given this message to 1,000 people and only if 10 people changes, it could maybe create the 10 different
हम्म,
businesses altogether and maybe employ to the 100 people. It is impact.
राइट 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 करेक्ट 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 सही है so the good thing is so many like tremendous opportunity there is so many things just to the matter is how which approach you will take you have to
Correct.
just take a risk ऐसा नहीं है कि टेक बहुत ही ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट है स्टार्टिंग में लगता है डिफिकल्ट बट वो
Hmm.
सॉर्ट आउट हो
I
जाता है
think देखो tech भी I think there are many things. There are not only you do the tech, right? In blockchain or any of the emerging tech, there are lots of things. You could be you could be influencer,
लॉट ऑफ
you could
थिंग्स
be community, you could be content creator, you could be just
राइट
you could just maybe social media. I think many things. You can do lot, not just
मेनी थिंग्स
writing
मेनी
in
थिंग्स
code in language.
या
You can do
बिकॉज
many things.
ट्रू 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 अगर आपको टेक में ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट नहीं तो देयर इज सो मेनी पैरेलल थिंग्स जस्ट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द टेक्नोलॉजी एंड यू कैन treat those technology somewhere else so community manager and all those things बहुत सारी चीजें
Mm-hmm.
करने के लिए सही बात So yeah, last thing, like now before dropping, what are the tech skills involved in blockchain? Like high level tech skills, if someone wants to start
So
with the
I
blockchain stuff.
think there are
Before.
different kinds of blockchain. So I don't see
Hmm,
any specific tech skill required to start blockchain. If you are, let's say,
hmm,
traditional Java developer, so you can also learn the Hyperledger
hmm,
fabric and you write Java code and use your Java skills. You can go in
hmm,
R3 code and write Java code. But I think you need more understanding about the how this decentralization and all this feature works. now how this conceptually works,
Mm,
and then writing the code in a
mm,
specific thing. Uh, what are the language you know? Whether you know Java
mm.
or JavaScript, Node.js or Go language,
Go ahead.
you can be the blockchain developer. But for Ethereum case, it could be different. You must be knowing the Solidity or learn the Solidity. But
Uh,
there is similar JavaScript syntax only. It's not the in new. So
yeah,
any of the existing language is fine, but you need to first understand the basic building
mm,
blocks and how it is there, and
mm.
then you can use their existing developer skills to be a blockchain developer.
Right, right. So it's not like that कि आपको यही language या
हाँ
specific technology या tool
हाँ
आना ही चाहिए. Just start with your जो whatever the skill you have. Then moving further आपको उसके building blocks
हाँ
पता ही चल जाएंगे कि मुझे ये भी आना चाहिए. सही है.
okay
So yeah,
yeah
thank you Kamlesh for your valuable comments. Thank you so much.
yeah okay